Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the TB&J podcast. We had a short hiatus because our lives fell apart and the holidays happened and everything was busy, but we're back, baby.
It's what Christmas is all about.
We're fucking back and better than ever, and here's our fucking theme song. TB&J! I say we're better than ever. Two of us are missing. Hey, D, what's up? TB&J!
I'm alive.
Dude, you almost died. It was pretty great. TB&J!
Is that how we want to put that?
I was like 2 seconds away from hosting auditions for Grumpy Old Men to replace you, but then your wife texted me and was like, J.K. Roffle, he's going to make a full recovery. And I was like, fuck. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And I pulled the ad off Craigslist. Yeah.
So, yeah.
I'm glad you didn't die. Let's get that out the way. I'm glad you didn't die.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm glad too.
You don't sound... That was super unconvincing.
There's my out right there. You know? Easy peasy.
The dream to be taken out by an illness.
You know, just, oh, man. So much potential still. Take it to it, like, you know.
Die young enough that everyone's like, oh shit,
man.
that sucks, man.
Fuck. He was just about to do something great.
He was right on the cusp of the greatness, and
the only good things to say about, I still have students that would probably take the day off.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, they asked me if I should go, and I did.
Yeah, send flowers to your house maybe, and I
said I could leave school if I didn't.
They said
if I went to
give all your students like a half day. They'd be like, oh, I'm just too bummed out, man. I got to go home.
You get the parade. Anyway,
the parade.
No, I'm happy, and I was very thankful for all my nurses and doctors.
Why not God? Didn't God save you?
No, it was the nurses and doctors.
But I thought
medicine.
But my thoughts and prayers from miles away, they didn't.
They did nothing.
Really?
Bleh, nothing.
Wow. Thoughts and prayers are worthless?
Yep. Totally worthless.
Oh my God, this is news.
Yep.
Why doesn't everyone know that?
I feel like they just kind of ignore it when they hear it. But either way, anywho, merry, happy Saturnalia, happy
Festivus.
Winter solstice is really just I celebrate the solstice. I do celebrate what it really is about, which is death.
Yeah.
And
that's true.
The solstice, it's just the sun is dying. The sun god is dying, and we're gonna remember it with pagan evergreens in the house, and remember how strong you are, and you survive through the winter, and then we survive through the winter.
Yeah,
but it's
the nights are getting longer, the harvest is gone, and it seems like all is bleak.
But at the solstice, which was 2 days ago, now the days are getting longer, right? So the
solstice was that not today, the 21st?
Today, yeah, that's what I meant. Today. I was thinking of a couple years ago when it was a couple days ago.
I'm glad the drugs did their job.
I'm not saying I'm back to full speed yet, but okay. So yeah,
we are drinking.
I wanted to make sure. So I was even though I was in the hospital, I'm still apparently more capable than y'all of getting together to do a podcast.
Yeah.
So
even though I live here, I could do a podcast whenever.
Granted.
And Troy fucked off on a cruise, so they've been busy. I know, right? Fucking asshole.
They are trying to have a life, and I'm not here for it.
No, me either, man. I'm trying to do my fucking podcast, which is
way
more important.
And they're not here for it either. Anyway, point being, here we are. It is the Christmas, whatever, Saturnalia, Festivus holiday season, and I'm all for it because, death. And it's just about
rebirth,
spending time with those you care about, and making them do things that they regret. So
shots.
Here we are. We are doing shots. I'm getting Jeffrey
this is
to drink.
This is a local distillery because we are a Philadelphia podcast.
Go to Hops and Hardware.
Hops and Hardware in Bristol, PA. They are fucking amazing. I had a bottle of their vodka last year that I just like devoured. It was so yummy, so good. And I know vodka's supposed to taste like nothing, but this was really good vodka. And this is called Bristol Cream. It's like if Bailey's was not bad and it just tastes like a cinnamon milkshake and you don't even know there's alcohol in here. It's so fucking delicious. And it's made with real cream. You got to refrigerate this bitch. You can't just leave it on the shelf. It is absolutely fucking yummy. Highly recommend it. And D was nice enough to provide me a bottle for the holidays. Thank you so much, sir.
And down the hatch there,
Down
sir,
the hatch with my shot. I'm done putting it off.
There you go. Oh, you barely tasted it. It was like drinking warm ice cream.
Dude, really. Like, it was... like, a tradition that John, friend of the pod, and I have is whenever John and I go to a bar together, we always do a shot of chilled Rumpelmans, which, if you don't know what that is, it is 100 proof peppermint schnapps. It tastes like toothpaste, kind of, except it's 100 proof, and it tastes like it, so it's like bad toothpaste. But we've gotten to the point where we like actually enjoy it, even though it's really bad. I know, you're looking at me, but I do actually enjoy Rumpelmans now. I've kind of like Stockholm Syndrome to myself into liking it. And that did not taste like alcohol. I had a shot of that, and it tasted like I just had some warm ice cream or you know, a little bit of leftover milkshake or something. And it was just absolutely insane. If you want to do something to make that more effective, at the top there's a volume button. You want to go and turn the volume up on that iPad.
No, I don't want it.
It'll make the sound effects actually happen.
If there was any sense to where the volume button,
it's on the very top next to the plugs.
That's the dumbest place to put a volume.
Tell
button.
Amazon, okay? It's an Amazon Fire tablet.
telling them now. You think they're not listening?
You think Bezos cares what you think? You're
then
a lowly
why did
peon.
you tell me to tell them?
Because I don't want to hear it. I don't give a shit.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you came to this podcast for Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, this is it.
This is it. We're about 7 minutes in.
Don't change that. Don't turn that dial.
Don't touch that dial.
Don't touch that dial.
You stay tuned.
This is what it is.
Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special, a James Gunn flick.
A James Gunn joint.
A James Gunn joint. There we go. Give it the Spike Lee treatment. Thumbs up, thumbs down, D. How do you feel about it?
Oh, I love this. It's a big, giant thumbs up.
Really? It was a thumbs down for me.
Oh, Riley, you're a horrible person. I dislike you.
It's very middling.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me just beep,
beep, beep, beep,
beep. We're gonna back this up.
Okay.
I'm gonna George Costanza all of you. Since none of you watch Seinfeld, all two of you that are listening.
14. Come on now,
Jeffrey. Do you watch holiday movies during the holiday season?
I do.
Do you rewatch the same movies every year?
No. I usually go to different ones.
What did you watch this year?
The Santa Claus. I've never seen it before.
Which with Timmy Allen?
Timmy Allen, yes sir.
Okay.
And that little kid.
Okay, fine. Go ahead. I should add that maybe to the repertoire. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But go on. Anything else?
First time I ever saw the one with Chevy Chase. What's it called? National Lampoon?
National Lampoon.
First time I ever saw that was at your house.
Oh.
As you drank eggnog from the moose mug.
It was fun. Oh, I don't know where that is.
You don't know where your moose mug is?
I don't know where the moose mug. It might be down in the basement.
It's definitely down in the basement. Where else would you fucking leave it?
Up your ass.
Snap. Excuse me.
So,
Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
No. I forget that.
Okay, moving on.
No. So yeah, I'm just saying that like you don't like this movie most likely because you don't know what Christmas is, and we're here to. And the real episode here is you learning the true meaning of Christmas and why you should like this movie.
I do know the true meaning of Christmas.
No,
I
don't
just
think you
thought the jokes were a little flat.
No, they weren't.
They were a little flat. It felt like an average-ish Marvel production that had some jokes in it. I
think it's supposed to a lot of degrees. I think it was very charming. I think the middle is lame. I think the beginning and end are great.
It was a good premise. I'll give it that.
I think the songs are amazing. It has a lot of great parts.
That's what I was going to say. It's positives. It had the old 97s in there, which I do enjoy as a band.
Absolutely.
They had a whole big Christmas song.
One of my favorite Christmas songs.
That was amazing. They had that ending Christmas song with Kevin Bacon involved, which Guardians of the Galaxy, full plot.
That guy looks awesome. And staunch atheist he is.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just remembered that.
And from Philadelphia.
No shit.
Yes, that's
There's
true.
just so many reasons to love Kevin Bacon.
This is why I'm bringing you in to like the movie more, okay? This is the start.
You're making me like Kevin Bacon.
Kevin Bacon is like 71 years old. Look at him.
He's an old leathery man.
He's not. He looks amazing. They're not de-aging his ass. He just looks amazing.
Oh,
I don't know how he's not 71, but like he's older and he looks great and he's in fucking fit. He looks good, man. And he's singing and he's spreading the joy around and having fun with his persona and doing it.
No shit. Kevin Bacon is my dad's age. He was born in July 1958.
So that makes him what?
60. Fuck. How old's my dad?
I think
64.
I think as soon as I turn 60. So I'm just going to say I'm 60 fuck years old.
60 fuck.
I'm 60 fuck years old now. How old is you? Yeah, 60 fuck years old.
I'm glad I got you.
Because it doesn't matter. Whatever number comes after 60 fuck years old. Fuck it. It's going to be 60 fucking 4, 60 fucking 5.
70 fucking 4.
Oh, no, that's going to be goddamn fucking 70. 60 fuck. 60 what? It's going to be...
My fiance has come out of the bedroom with the door closed to stare at me because I was laughing too loudly.
The first half of that sentence you've never said before.
Oh yeah, she's never come ever. I am a bad lover.
It's probably because you keep busting out laughing like that in the middle of sex.
Yeah, I got a problem.
Yeah. Got that Joker syndrome. Maybe that's why you love Batman so much. Oh, it all comes together now. You are a Joker. It was right in front of our faces this whole time with your laugh.
That's the backstory. I'm the Joker, everybody.
I get it now.
That's my obsession with Batman.
Okay, so this is why you don't like this movie.
Kevin Conroy didn't die of cancer. No, I'm not making that joke. Not making that joke. I love you, Kevin. Rest in peace.
Yeah, so you don't like this movie because you don't want to show Christmas. But no, you're right. The Old 97s is amazing in this. The songs are great. Kevin Bacon's great. I really did like they of all the Marvel stuff that they did during this very convoluted phase. I guess is this Phase 4? Is this technically Phase 5?
This is still Phase 4.
Is it?
Yes.
Are you sure? Because they said Black Panther ended that, and that was before,
right? Yeah, but this is different. I believe this is still Phase 4. I will double check the math just to be safe.
Anywho,
if you want to fill the time,
let's just throw it in there that like either way, this of all the stuff of this era of Marvel, whether it's Phase 4 or the transition from Phase 4 to Phase 5, it is of a piece where it's kind of not taking itself seriously, like She-Hulk and stuff like that, and it obviously is shot differently. What are you saying? What are you finding out?
James Gunn said it is canon.
Of course it's canon.
He hasn't said whether it's Phase 4 or 5. He's left it vague on purpose. But he noted that he was a huge fan of the Star Wars Holiday Special and the old animated Christmas specials, such as Rudolph and The Grinch Stole Christmas, which inspired this film.
Yeah, obviously you see this in the episode.
The Holiday Special?
Yeah, I think listen, I get the premise here. He's a fan of the idea of the special, like, and the cheesiness of it all.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just how do I put this? Like, when I think of the holiday special, I actually think more of, like when Star Wars was on the Muppets than I do the actual holiday special. And that's actually pretty good. And it's of a piece, it's like there is this kind of like neat. They've been trying to link the beauty of the space battle and like Jesus Christ, Guardians of the Galaxy was like a festival of lights in its first movie, and it really does fit well, and it looks seamless to just kind of as a backdrop, and I love the idea like that opens up our technically our second song. I do love James Gunn when he hits a heartstring.
The soundtrack is great.
The soundtrack is really great. A lot of underprivileged songs here kind of coming out. And one of my absolute new favorites, and it's one that is on a repeat. It's a little known one that's on repeat in every year with A Very Merry Christmas, which is another staple in the house. A Very Merry Christmas always gets couple plays usually. Scrooge is, by the way, another one. Scrooge, Christmas Vacation, Home Alone's, Lethal Weapons, Die Hard, obviously. These all get them. That's our advent calendar this year.
And now we can add Violent Night to that.
Violent Night is absolutely getting at it, and I would love to continue a conversation. Maybe we still do that one at one point, but that is absolutely going to be a Christmas classic. I would love to add that to the repertoire. I took
repertoire.
Take it.
Real quick.
I got off track.
Gunn confirmed recently that the Guardians Christmas special serves as the epilogue for Phase 4.
Oh, very neat. Okay, so it's an epilogue. It's this transition between it, but it really is this kind of tongue-in-cheek, not taking itself too seriously. And all of Phase 4 really kind of worked as this meta-narrative, this kind of self-reflective stage of the Marvel Universe. So it and a celebration of it in many ways, kind of like self-referencing and living in this world that is really like left the boat in terms of like, so like this is an interesting take in this fantasy genre. Like you look back at like Iron Man and the first like, you know, Infinity Saga beginning to like the end in Endgame.
Yeah, like way back in Phase 1.
You go from there to there, and you're starting out in essentially what you would call a fairly low fantasy world, right? You just have Iron Man. There's no. It's just as far as anybody it says, it's our world, right? Like it's the world outside.
It's
your
like
window.
modern Earth. Yeah.
It's a very low fantasy element. It's just, you know, what we know of our world is what it is, and just Tony Stark's in it.
Sure.
And he's the only anomaly.
Sure.
By the end of it, you get Nick Fury, secret agent, nothing too world bending there, right?
Yeah, it's similar to James Bond. It's believable.
And then maybe you get Hulk. You get okay. So there's a couple monsters running around. It's building this, but essentially just our world, right? It's not. It's still kind of in an underworld, like it's intrusive. Like the fantasy is kind of intrusive, low fantasy. But by the time you get to like Avengers, right? It's all on the surface, right? And by the time you get to Avengers, now you start to see like the permutations of like it's now starting to become a more immersive fantasy, right? Like the technology is starting to increase because of Stark Tech or because of Wakanda or because of
the alien technology
or whatever. And it's just like, you know, it's becoming more and more. And it's just like it's becoming its own universe where it just has. By the time we get to She-Hulk, like a whole different, you know, legal divisions of law, and the Sokovia Accords have been like, and all this kind of stuff of like, yeah, it's all interconnected, right? Which is kind of the idea of Marvel, but it's a totally different world now. It's not the world outside our window. It's similar to, right, but it's very much so influenced by the supernatural and is beyond, like it requires this history. So it makes sense to kind of have this reflective period that looks at this, and it's interesting that it comes at a Christmas special that kind of celebrates, you know, the death of things and the survival of it to the future. Like, and I really like that balance. And to say it just the movie is goofy. It's totally goofy. It's based on this premise
it's off
of
the
just
walls
making
goofy.
tracks and Mantis very silly and dumb. But for whatever reason, James Gunn makes
a shirt on,
these stories work. Like for some reason, with Peacemaker, with this,
Peacemaker was a work of art.
You forget. First of all, okay, I'm gonna give you another reason why you should absolutely love this movie. Because what other movie has the absolute balls to have your heroes go to kidnap someone, Kevin Bacon, for the police to come, pull guns on them, and shoot randomly at these like because Kevin Bacon told them to, and they were approaching and they were differently colored than them and then for them to literally kick the crap out of police officers in the Christmas movie. Like that was his, like there is a real moment there where I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Not to mention the first original Christmas song that's in this bit, because I was way off track. The first wow, this is a while back. I'm going way back, but
It's
the
all right.
first song in the episode is "Christmas in the Drunk Tank."
Yeah,
and that's where I was going with the whole Bill Murray thing, like "Very Merry Christmas." That's where I hear it. But I really do love, and I'm really starting to love like the sad Christmas song. Like the sad Christmas songs are absolutely the best.
yeah, sad ones really hit.
Like, "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" is fantastic. I mean, because that's about like being at the war. And not being there, like how you have yourself a merry little Christmas.
Yeah, because you can't come home and have one.
Yeah. So, these are. So I really love that. But then the first Christmas song they play with the old 97s, which again we said is amazing, is "I Don't Know What Christmas Is, But Christmas Time Is Here." And first of all, I love it, right? And one of the most telling lines, that is one of the few lines that's repeated in this song, is ho 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 ho, like earthlings are so weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what Christmas is, but Christmas time is here. And that is very much so like my slogan of this time of year. Like, listen, ho 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 ho, I'm gonna put it on the face of it. That's symbolic of Christmas.
Yep.
But you all are fucking weird.
Yep.
Like all of this is fucking weird, and don't pretend it's not. I don't know what Christmas is because, as I said, is it Saturnalia? Is it winter solstice? Is it Kwanzaa? Is it Hanukkah? Is it what? It doesn't matter. It's fucking. I think it's the winter solstice, and I think we're all gonna die, and I think it's just that, and everybody just decided to throw a holiday right near it, like right near that horseshoe ring, like just like yeah, mine's around there too.
You're not wrong.
and it's everybody is gonna have this. That is what we were doing anyway. That is what we were doing anyway as a species, and people just kind of threw it in. So, like, whatever. Y'all are weird. I don't know whatever Christmas is, but it's here, and we're having fun. And then all of the absurdity of the
rest of the song,
the rest of the song, just getting all the stuff wrong because it doesn't fucking matter.
None of it matters.
Yeah, actually, I want some of those things to actually be Christmas traditions. I want Santa to have a flamethrower.
Yeah, sure.
I want him to throw sugar plums at kids' heads. I want him to put dung in their socks.
Yeah, why not?
I want Santa Claus to work. She works the pole. That's one of my favorite fucking lines in the movie.
Mrs. Claus, she works the pole.
She works the pole. I'm like, oh, that's a fucking great double entendre.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, there's so many little segments of that work for me, and then in the end, it's just a sweet little moment that I fucking just sells it. Where it's like, you're my sister. That's like the best, because the movie I think does a good job of making me forget about all that shit, and then be like, oh yeah, she is the brother, and then like he does a. Chris Pratt does a great job of being sincere and like really thankful of things, and I think that's one of his biggest, attributes as an actor is like he's just like really able to demonstrate gratitude really well.
Yes. Yes, he really is. And I don't hate Chris Pratt as an actor. He's gotten a lot of hate recently, but that's mostly because of the fucking Super Mario
religion.
Brothers
It's
movie
weird,
and
right?
his religion and shit. But like, he is a pretty darn good actor. I do enjoy watching him in things, especially like fucking. I'll go rewatch some old episodes of Parks and Rec with fat Chris Pratt.
So funny.
Yeah, he was
Fat
way
Pratt.
funnier when he was fat. Oh my god, but he's still fine today.
No, it was not that. He's not. I don't think he was more funny when he was fat. He's just. You just didn't envy and hate envy. I don't see it because I don't have that. But
yeah, no, of course not. But no,
I just dislike his faith.
Yeah, sure. And it's funny that he rediscovered Christianity like a month after he divorced Anna Faris. It was like the weirdest thing ever. Anyway, enough about Chris Pratt's personal
Don't we
life.
all?
Yeah, right. Fucking. This movie didn't really hit me at all very hard one way or the other.
No.
But at the end of the day, I was like, oh, they did this whole thing kind of just to tell us Mantis is related to Star-Lord. And I was like, oh, did we not already kind of know that? And then I was like, no, I guess we didn't actually. It wasn't really revealed. But it felt like something that like was almost a given. Did you get that impression, or am I just way off base?
No, the character is introduced in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Right, on Ego's planet.
And there is no implication that she is a daughter of
Ego.
Of Ego. but it's also left pretty unclear as to like what their actual relationship is. So you could speculate something on that end, but that is not the backstory of the character in the comics, as far as I understand it.
Oh, really?
I think so. I don't. I can't honestly say I know all of that, but I really doubt it. As I don't even think it's definitely not even Peter Quill's background. He has a different celestial being, alien guy father. It's not Ego. But it works all well for this. I don't think she has that background, so it's not like it wasn't understood or implied, but it makes perfect sense. So it's not a curveball.
Sure.
And it's a nice, so we're getting Guardians of the Galaxy 3, right? And I think
Guardians 3, yeah.
And this is, it makes sense with what he likely wanted to do initially, right? And in that case, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure Guardians it gets made either in phase. I don't know. Does it get made in phase 3? Like, does it get made in phase 4? Like,
what does? I'm sorry.
So obviously all the James Gunn stuff is related to why he's now literally the head of DC.
Yeah.
In a roundabout way, and this all goes back to literally Roseanne Barr, which is crazy. But
yeah, it does.
But it's really funny to think the idea that like James Gunn is on. This is got to be 2017, right? 2017. He's slated to do Guardians, right? So they're probably right there with lining up with when Endgame's going to come out in 2019. Like they're probably they probably just I guess they maybe just released Guardians 2.
I can pull up the timeline if you need it.
Cuz that's probably like 2014 is Guardians 1, and then like Guardians 2 is probably like 20 maybe 16. But like the point being that because if Guardians 2 is 2015 or 16, then Guardians 3 must have been like in the mix of like pre-production for to be released in either 2018 or 19. And I think there's a big
Guardians was 2014. Guardians 2 was 17.
Okay, so we're probably
and Endgame was 19.
So so this is where it gets weird. Where I'm like, I don't know when Gunn gets fired. Like, where are they? Like, what was 19?
Endgame.
Right. So my thought is that 2017. I think it's a summer release.
He got fired in 2018.
Okay, so 2018, they have to be in the mix of like pre-production or writing for that, which is going to be probably released in 2020.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to be one of the first stories of post-Blip. So like he must have already written in the Gamora stuff, right? So the Gamora stuff doesn't necessarily change at all, right? But he may have a different story because now it's not released in 2020, but rather 2023.
Yeah, everything gets shifted.
So everything gets moved up there. So it makes sense that there's a need to rewrite things, and who knows what kind of butterfly effect that has. So a bridge episode like this kind of does a little bit of tiny heavy lifting.
Mm-hmm.
Like it introduces that they're on Nowhere, and that they have bought that, and that they are renovating it, and they bought it from Ego, and that Cosmo is now part of the group. And that, like, we get a little more Kraglin, and the fact that he has the arrow of Yondu, and it gets him a little more backstory, and that Groot is a little more grown. So, like, they does a little bit of, like, big movement, and they're brother and sister, so now they have this background. And it's like, you don't have to tell all of those things or give as much time to those things in the movie proper. Mm-hmm. Because even though you had to move those things into place, you don't want to like have to do that during the movie because it slows it down This gets a lot of those little things out of the way without having to.
Oh shit!
And it makes sense. Like have a holiday special.
So the next movie is Quantumania in February, and then we have Guardians 3 in May. We don't get another movie until the following May in 2024.
That's not true.
Captain America.
No, that's not true.
Everything for the rest of 2023 is a series. Echo, Loki Season 2, Ironheart, Agatha, Daredevil.
They must be heavy with that then. Like, that must be the thing is, like, they're probably just really heavy with that and they don't want to oversaturate.
The next movie isn't until Captain America New World Order in May 3rd, 2024. And then we get Thunderbolts, the Blade movie, and then Deadpool 3, November 8th, 2024.
I tell you what, like, some of those movies do sound really appealing, so...
Dude, I've been waiting for a new Blade movie since I was in middle school, bruh.
Yeah, man.
And Deadpool finally being in the MCU and allegedly capping off Phase 5, if this timeline on Games Radar is to be believed.
It puts a cap in its ass. I thought Thunderbolts was ending Phase
5. Thunderbolts is slated for July 2024. Blade and Deadpool are that fall of 2024, and they're still in Phase 5, according to this timeline I'm looking at here. And then Phase 6 would kick off in February 2025 with the Fantastic Four movie.
I believe you with all these things, but like I just saw. I guess I don't know. I don't know why I keep hearing in media and stuff like why people refer to Thunderbolts being the end of Phase 5. The same way they said like Wakanda Forever is the end of Phase
4.
And it's the same way you might say like, well, technically the end of Phase 3 is Spider-Man No Way Home, not Endgame. Like they do always have an epilogue. Like Ant-Man, I think is
Far From Home, but yeah, I know what you meant.
Yeah. But Ant-Man, the first Ant-Man is like the epilogue of
Phase 2.
Phase 2 or whatever.
Yep.
So they have all these things where it's like, you know, they do that.
Do you remember when the phases were only 6 movies long? That was great, huh?
Well, this was what was funny about somebody was saying was like each of the there's so much in these TV shows that it just makes there's so many more hours that are dedicated to it. Like if you go to the hours wise to the first phase, it's like okay, it's 12 hours to like lead up, or it's like whatever, how many 4 movies before you lead up to it, even if that 4 times 2 8. You had 8 hours of movie just to lead to the one, and then it's like I think something like 51 hours.
Something, yeah.
For the reason, so it was like, yeah,
that sounds about right.
So I don't know, I get it, but like you know, if they're not going to have a movie for a year, that's interesting. You know, good.
I mean, I'm like, all for them taking longer and better movies,
but they're going to be working on. This is the crazy part of like how big. I know they have quote unquote Disney money, but how many? It's not. I don't think it's about. Just like, can you just throw more bodies at CGI to make it better?
I don't actually know the answer.
I feel like maybe that's possible. You just have if it's some type of I don't know. This is where I'm like I don't know how much of that is, and I'm sure it's a mixture of the two. But like where the science ends and the art begins, because like I could see it being a real problem to do CGI stuff from the artistic side of it, but like obviously animators have done this for years.
Oh, of course.
So it's not any different like to mimic styles and do stuff like that. So like, okay, so then right, it's just like that, right? So if you throw more bodies at it, it should arguably be able to get done
better.
Not necessarily better, because if they're doing 51 hours, yeah, like if they're doing this many hours of television, so granted, it's not. Since all these studios are connected now, it's not like if you don't have a movie for a year, that means that your CGI teams aren't working, because they're doing all these TV shows for a year that all need their own special effects. So like
the crew still does 40-hour weeks.
I'm just saying that like you can kind of say, well, each of these individual shows only needs this many animators at a time, and you can have the means to have had more than that, but they're only doing so much for each individual like project, not like universally being like, well, we need to pump more energy into the. It's just like it's all spread out, you know.
Yeah.
It's
I know
be
what you
like
mean.
the least common denominator, and it's like you need to if they were really gonna pump that into it, it would be because they want to just take their time with these projects, and I feel like it's more because of everything else going on with the projects.
I lied a little bit. I have some updated information. So apparently Captain Marvel 2 is July 2023 after Guardians 3, but the next movie is still not until May 2024, Captain America. But between those two movies, we have 5 Disney Plus series.
So it's July to May.
Yeah, July until the following May, yeah. So it's like
That's
10 months.
That's crazy. It's literally and this isn't the worst. It's literally just you're going from the end of summer movie season to the beginning of summer movie season.
Pretty much.
And in between, when people are inside, for the 10 months people are not doing that not going out to the movies, they're staying in and watching Disney Plus.
They're going to be watching the Echo series. They're going to be watching Loki season 2. They're going to be watching Ironheart.
Yeah, Loki season 2 I'm psyched for.
Who isn't psyched for Loki season 2?
Ironheart, we'll see.
Agatha? Coven of Chaos?
Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued with this.
And then we got fucking Daredevil.
Yeah, this is going to be the big test.
Charlie Cox, man.
It's going to be the big test to see how they do it.
Oh, absolutely. I'm so fucking excited to see Charlie put the fucking Daredevil clothes back on, man. I was excited to see his cameo in She-Hulk. I'm very excited to see him in his own series again. Yeah, I'm super fucking excited to see some more of Daredevil because fucking, excuse me, I had a little burpee there. Daredevil is absolutely insane. The Netflix series was okay, but he's been underutilized as a character. I'm very excited to see him again. Because when I was a kid, I enjoyed the Ben Affleck movie. Call me crazy. Call me really fucking crazy if you want. I enjoyed Ben Affleck as Daredevil. You poured me another shot. I don't think you needed to do that.
Oh, but it's happening. Merry Christmas.
Oh, boy.
And a Happy New Year.
I didn't eat dinner, my man. Is this my dinner?
Bottoms up, old friend.
Am I just having a milky...
Just a milkshake away.
All right.
Yes, that's it. Take it in.
Again, not bad. However, I've had a lot of alcoholic beverages, and I haven't had dinner this evening, so I need to eat.
I want to see if you start slurring.
DoorDash some chicken McNuggies.
Yes, once again, Bristol Cream to the rescue.
I don't usually slur when I get drunk. I just get sillier.
You do get silly. It's funny.
I get really silly.
You get dancy.
I get very dancy. However, I'm a dancy guy sober, too.
You do get pathetic. No, I'm just kidding. No, I do enjoy what I think is a running joke from James Gunn via Drax. From the second...
Oh, we're back on topic now.
Yeah.
From
the second movie, where he has the conversation with Quill, and he says like, "Oh," he's like, "No, I told you there are people that dance and there are people that do not." He's like, and you obviously dance, and like Gamora does not. She's like, because it's like, she like, you have to, you need someone pathetic like you.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And what he means, because the usage of pathetic, and I love this usage, is like accurate of just like emotional, like you're like open to emotion. And one of the things is that Drax is absolutely not open to emotion, which he's also somewhat keenly aware of.
Yeah.
And what he's saying, and then he does the joke again when they're getting drunk at the bar in this. And he gets somebody asks him to dance, to come dance with us. And he's like, people who dance are pathetic. And he's like, I just thinks it's like this like over the top insult. And it's just like, no, he just means that like you're able to be open to an expressing of emotion. You're not paying attention at all.
I am. You're open to expressing emotion. I'm just, wow, that is fucking hitting me. Woo!
Is this silly?
No, not yet. I'm good.
Okay. So yeah, he just gets he's zoning out, big guy.
I'm still present. I'm still here.
What are you reading?
I was looking for the alcohol content of the stuff you've been putting down my throat.
Nah, no worries.
Okay, cool. I won't worry about it then. I'll just.
Good job.
Cool.
There you go. So I always thought it was. I always liked that joke. He's just like, no, I'm not pathetic, like, so I don't dance. Like, he's just like, because he's not even saying, like, it's not an insult that he's giving to them, what they think it is. It's him saying, no, I don't dance because I'm not pathetic, which essentially means I'm not open to the music being able to. Like, I don't do that.
He means
He's not insulting it. He means it in like a very literal sense, which is what is consistent with his character throughout. He's just like, I'm not pathetic like you, which why he doesn't understand it as an insult. When he states things, he just states them as true. Which is why I think a lot of people like the character. Like, a lot of people are, on the spectrum, like me and
me.
Just
I think probably, definitely. I think everybody's on the spectrum somewhere. That's why it's a spectrum, and not like a positive or negative test. But that doesn't matter. None of this matters. We're all gonna die someday.
And that's the true meaning of Christmas.
It is the true meaning of Christmas. That concludes our Guardians coverage. D, I want to tell you about a game I've been playing because I really want to fucking tell you about this game. Justin Roiland, you're familiar.
I am.
Man invented Rick and Morty with Dan Harmon.
Yep.
He founded a game studio called Squanch Games.
Squanch Games.
And Microsoft gave him a blank check to create a video game that came out on Game Pass, which your son has on his Xbox. I set it up for him. So you can download it for free, basically.
Take my son's name out your mouth. Sorry. It's a little callback.
Aliens.
End of the year. We don't know if we'll have another podcast this year, so this might be the last one.
Yeah, who knows? Aliens invade Earth and start using humans as a drug and getting high off them. The game's called High on Life.
That's totally what I would do.
Yeah, right? Totally. And you play as this, like, deadbeat loser who sits in his parents' house in his room playing video games, and suddenly you have to try to save humanity. And you pick up a gun, and the gun has a face, and it talks to you, and it's talking you through how to kill people. I think I have seen a preview of this. You may have seen videos of this. It's very popular.
Yeah.
This game is fucking hilarious. It's very short. If you wanted to,
what do I play it on my
Xbox.
son's?
On your son's Xbox. Yeah.
Can I play it in virtual reality?
No.
Oh.
Not yet. Maybe.
Dumb.
There is a secret.
When can I learn how to be a ninja in virtual reality? Can I just like
you
fight
can do that
ninjas?
Now.
I want to do a fighting ninja thing that like actually teaches me ninjutsu.
There's an NFL game now actually as well. I think it's
I don't
like
want to be in the NFL.
It's everything but the concussions.
I want to be a ninja master.
You can be a ninja master.
No one.
You have that Vader game. You can be a Star Wars dojo guy with your lightsabers.
I can't get that game together. I don't know where they're shooting at me. I don't get it. I think you actually need to use the Force.
You need to like turn around, man.
No, dude, it ain't working like that. How do I? They're all shooting
at
me.
It.
No, I keep getting shot at. I don't even know if I'm getting shot.
You use your lightsaber to block.
How? They're behind me.
You turn around and block.
And then the other ones are still behind me.
Well, actually, so you can get, if you're playing Invader Immortal 3, you actually get two lightsabers. You can block in two directions.
No, it's not what is happening in this training.
Or what I do is I usually take my lightsaber and I throw it into the people and then I pull it back.
Think that is that. I'm able to do that?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
You can throw your lightsaber and retrieve it in that game.
How do I know? What? In the training session?
Yeah, in the dojo.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I do it all the fucking time.
Get the fuck out of here. It's all right.
If there's a guy like up on a ledge, I just throw my lightsaber at him and pull it back.
It's all right. I haven't been able to access that for a while anyway because it's I logged out of the account and I don't know the password.
Oh my god, really? That's so fucking funny.
Yeah, but like, I also haven't used it.
It's connected to your Facebook. How do you know it?
Oh, it's not my Facebook. That's why. But either way, I have it. I just don't care. Anywho,
enough.
Let's call it a year.
Let's call it a year.
TB&J.
I'm getting drunk. I need to go.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for listening to us.
I didn't even tell you about the woodpecker story.
There's a
That also happened. That also happened after I got out of the hospital.
Is that off air?
No. Yeah. Well, yeah, sure. There was a woodpecker. We got rid of it.
In your house?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Danny woke up every day going, that damn bird. A bird. It's like knocking right in his
room? Upstairs?
Up above his room, and there was like all these holes on the side of the house.
Holy shit, what?
Cats had to go on the roof and seal them up because I was just out of the hospital. And then put the and get this, as she's sealing them up, it's like dusk, right? And these things come back to roost. So like I had to like go in the room and like pound underneath and to make, because she was on top of the roof, and like I pound near it so that they fly out.
But
nothing flew out, right? Nothing flew out. So she's like, all right. So she starts flying up, and then it's dusk, and the sun starts to go down, and I see. So I'm looking upstairs. I'm looking at the top, and it flies towards me, and it does like she's on the roof. And I see it, and it just does like a long turn, like it was like gliding into its parking lot, like Ace Ventura, like it's just gonna do that. So it turns. She's at the hole. It's like brr, and like he's realizing that it's blocked, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, there's a bird coming at me," and it's just like brr, and she just thinks she's getting attacked by the damn bird, and I'm like, "Holy shit!" and I'm like, she doesn't like lose her grip. And like fall.
Don't tell me your wife fell off a roof.
No, but she's like, holy shit, it attacked me. And I'm like, no, God. I think it was just coming home and it was just as shocked as you were. But it goes to the branch over here, and then minutes later, I think it tries to get back in. I honestly don't think it's attacking her. I think it's trying to get back in the hole. Now, we don't even know now if her little babies inside of my house. Who knows? Either way, they're dead now.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Because ain't nobody feeding them.
Shit. I
mean, they may have fed the mice.
Oh, my God. Oh, shit. Holy shit.
So the bird tries to get in again, and she's like, oh, my God, it attacked me again. And then I'm throwing rocks at the woodpecker that's in the tree so that it just, like, doesn't try to get in there again. It just flies off.
Holy fucking shit.
Anyway, long story short, no more bird.
Oh, my God. That was brutal. On that happy note, thank you all for sticking with us in 2023.
Christmas is done.
2022. Jesus Christ. We'll see you in 2023. Yeah. I don't know what fucking day it is anymore. I gotta go.
Yeah, we got Mando.
I gotta
go. We got Mando coming. We got some things coming. We got things happening.
Things are happening. We got Glass Onion on the horizon because none of y'all went and saw it in theaters. I did because I'm better than you.
Right.
Mando's coming.
No doubt.
I got to see Violent Night. We got to cover that. Lots of things.
The holidays are over. It's over.
The holidays aren't over yet.
We'll cover it next year.
Okay.
Glad you're not drunk.
Dude, I need to... Yeah.
I'm glad this worked.
You did this on purpose. You're here to take advantage of me in my vulnerable state.
Your vulnerable state? Kentucky?